The question that I chose to answer for this video is copy a quote from a character or the narrator, explain why you think the quote is important for the novel and how it might be meaningful to you. The quote that I chose was spoken by the narrator of the story himself, Death. People observe the colors of a day only at its beginnings and ends, but to me it's quite clear that a day emerges with a multitude of shades and intonations with each passing moment. A single hour can consist of thousands of different colors, waxy yellows, cloud spot blues, murky darkness. In my line of work, I make it a point to notice them. At the beginning of the book, Death mentions that he never forgets the lives he takes, and this quote relates to that because here the colors represent life, and Death says that in my line of work, I make it a point to notice them. This means that Death notices that there is life around him and does pay attention to it, much like he paid attention to the life of Liesl Mellinger. Brodila is an example of a person who observes the colors of a day only at its beginning and its ends. This is because she spends her entire day manning her shop and has only two things she truly cares about and notices: the doings of Hitler, and secondly would be her shop. I think that this quote is important to the novel because, in my opinion, color is another important aspect in The Book Thief, because color symbolizes the lives of individuals. Death in particular sees color as if it were for the first time. This means that he closely observes the lives around him despite it being against his better judgment. He doesn't just let the colors that surround us pass by. Instead, he notices every single shade and takes a deeper look within. To Death, color represents what life is about, and while there is a multitude of death in the novel, life is very prominent as well. Examples of the abundance of life in the people in this novel can be seen in the simplest of things, like Rudy and Liesl racing each other down a racetrack, Max Vanderburg befriending Liesl, and the little moments of joy that Hans and Liesl shared in the early hours of the morning when she was still learning how to read. In this quote, it can be seen that he thinks color is what life is about. It tells the story of our lives, what we did and did not do, and everything in between. The colors black and white are also subtly used in a symbolic manner throughout the novel, because these are the two colors that are usually associated with death. Death symbolized black as sadness because in the story, black is the color of the sky when a pilot crashes and ends up dying in town. White is a symbol of purity because in the beginning of the book, when Liesl's brother dies, Death sees white with everything covered in ice and snow, and I think that Death is saying that the tragedies that Liesl has had to go through at such a young age are the things that make her soul such a pure one.